Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, all my good trade geniuses out there. Welcome to Trade Genius Live. I am your host, Trend Genius. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are y'all feeling out there? Let's see who we got, who we got, who we got. We got Terry Hart. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Jay Royal, good morning. Morbid Drifter, morning. Hella Bands, good morning. T. Pruitt, good morning. Mr. Cologne, good morning. He said, good morning, Uncle T. Nate Dean, good morning. Chrissy, good morning and happy Tuesday. Mike, good morning. Bodovan, good morning. Kick Rocks, good morning. Soaking Insider, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are y'all feeling out there? Some crazy times right now. How are y'all feeling? A lot of things I want to talk about today, y'all. And I'm sure y'all probably pretty much already know what's on the what's on the chopping block. Let me know how y'all feeling. Let me know how are y'all feeling out there. I am interested to know how are you guys feeling. Very important that I know that. I want y'all to one word me. Let me know. Good, rushed. What's up? Gray. Woof. In the house. Good morning, brother. Good morning. Nice. Nice. Sore today. Need to become rich so I can quit working so hard. I heard that. All of us. Mr. Cologne. Good morning. Shout out to Denny, man, for getting that TEF payout. That was for Denny for getting that TEF payout. That's what's up, brother. That's what's up. D Young, good morning. Good morning. Everybody, y'all give Denny some flowers, man. He got a payout. He got a TEF payout today. I think it was like 1040. I'm looking at it right now. That's what's up. Y'all congrats. Y'all, give him that little congrats, man. That's for everybody. You know what I'm saying? We win and we build together. You know what I mean? We want to make sure that we're celebrating everyone in the community, no matter what they do. And you know what? I owe Mr. Payout, Jerry Jack. I owe him an applause too for getting his payout as well, because he got his payout and I did not even do that. So a little belated congrats to Jerry Jack for getting his payout as well. He was like one of the first ones to get a payout on the live stream. But yeah, and great, Denny. How's little mama doing, man? Hope she's doing okay. I mean, I know she was looking good, but I'm still asking, bro. I hope she's doing good, man. Straight up. Little mama, little cute little mama too. But yeah, other than that, man, it's been some trying times right now. We in trying times right now. That's what's up. Denny tapping in with me. I'm trying to see your style of trading. How long take you to get that payout? You know what, y'all? I'm gonna let him answer. I ain't gonna say nothing. Terry Hart threw the flowers up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Kaz, what's up, brother? Grand risings to you as well. Dang, I moved that fast? Jeez. I scrolled past a whole bunch of stuff. Yep. That's what's up. Don't worry, Morbid Drifter. You're going to get yours too, bro. Just stay tapping in. You're going to get yours too. Trust me, Denny put in a lot of work to get that. She's as happy as can be. She's just bored at this point. She wants to be crawling but can't since there's no carpet here. Yeah, gotcha. That's right. Thanks, Chrissy. Congratulations, Jerry Jack, as well. For real. Because Jerry Jack had got his like 2 weeks ago, and I realized I didn't even congratulate the brother. So, hey, better late than never. It's funny how those things come to me like afterwards, right? I go to show you how much the live stream is ingrained in my brain. Like, excuse me, like I thought about this. I think when we gave Kiara her flowers for her payout, the stream was over, and I was like, man, we ain't even tell Jerry Jack, you know what I'm saying? Like, but he still got it. I'm sure if he ain't here today, he might tap in a little bit later, but when he does, I'm gonna make sure that I say that again when I see him. Yeah, you traded 5 to get that payout. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, so let's see here. So everybody said that they're doing pretty good. Cool, 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 cool. Just looking through the comments. Okay, cool. That's what's up. Let's get them likes up, y'all. Get them free likes. Give as as Mr. Cologne said, Uncle T. He calls me Uncle T. Wow. So we give Uncle T. What's the name? Gonna be late to the last second. Okay, all good. Serena says she's gonna be a little bit late. She's stuck in traffic. I'm gonna let her know it's all good. Hit her back right now. That's what's up, man. When the community hits you up and tell you, "Hey, I'm running a little bit late," DM you to the lot, letting you know I'm running a little bit late. I'm stuck in traffic. That's amazing. Top of the morning, anonymous trader. I let her know we waiting on her. We waiting on you. Cool. That's what's up. All right, cool, y'all. Well, I hope everybody's feeling good. Kika Bug, what's up? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Glad you tapped in with us. I'll be looking for you too. I'm just gonna let you know. If you didn't know, now you know. I'll be looking for you. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and jump into some news. Let's see what we got going on. There's a lot I want to talk about news today. What we got? Remy Perez, good morning, good morning. Thanks for tapping in. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Give me them free likes, and let's get this thing cracking. Stephen Brown, good morning, good morning. Sigma, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank y'all for tapping in. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, for everyone that's new to the channel, please go ahead on and give me that free likes and them free clicks for that subscription, and we're gonna move on to news here. What we got? Built you a one. Built to a one. I heard that. Kika Buck smiling. Good morning and congrats to all the winners. That's what's up. 5-0 murked me last night. Yeah, murked us all. I only did one entry last night, and then I took my little 618 or whatever it was, my little loss, and I called it one. I didn't even worry about even trying to get back, get back in or anything like that. I just took one entry last night on that. But yeah, it's trying times right now in the market, you guys. You know what I mean? We're dealing with a lot of stuff going on. Think about what's going on right now. We got a deadline for Iran. He's talking about obliterating their civilization. Not in those words, but I mean, I'm using my words, obliterate, but I mean it's the same thing, right? If you go and read it, I mean the way he stated it, that's pretty much what he's saying, right? I'm a obliterate your whole civilization. I mean, I don't know how I feel about that either way, but I'm not here to be political. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just repeating what was stated, and all of that has a lot to do with the market. Honestly, I'm gonna say it this way because I don't want to come off insensitive, because I am not an insensitive person at all. Being raised by grandparents, I have a lot of heart, and I believe in helping other people. That's just how that's the cloth that I'm cut from, and y'all know that. So, with that said, there are a lot of innocent people, a lot of innocent, Iranian people that, let's be honest, we don't know how many, but we only have to know that there's a lot of Iranian people that probably don't even have the kind of sentiment towards us, meaning the U.S., that their government has, right? There's a lot of Iranian people that have family that live in this country that still, they have Iranian people that live in Iran, I'm saying, have family that live in this country. You know what I mean? How they feel about us or whatever, who knows? You know what I mean? That's really neither here nor there. But at the end of the day, there are a lot of innocent people that's getting caught up in this stuff, right? Now, it's the unfortunate thing. But with that said, God bless all of them. God bless anyone, any other innocent person that has gotten, any issues or anything like that. Any issues meaning like, hopefully they haven't lost anyone. If they have, God bless them. Lost other family members, God bless them for that. as well as like, got their houses or their work establishments blown up. Who knows? There's some schools. It's a lot of craziness going on, right? Um, but at the end of the day, with all of that said, we still have to focus on what we have going on, right? Because unfortunately, with all of that stuff going on, life still goes on, right? So our bills are still going on, right? Our lives are still going on. We got to still take care of our family, our loved ones, our children. You know what I'm saying? Our spouses, all of that stuff. So life still goes on. So with all of that said, I'm worried about my money. I'm worried about my bread. I wanted to say that first, like I said, so I don't want to make sure I didn't come off insensitive because I'm not. But at the end of the day, we still got life still goes on, and we got to worry about the next day. So with that said, you know what I mean? I'm worrying about my bread. I'm worrying about my money. I'm worrying about what's going on right now. And with that stated, it's with all of this crazy news going on, I don't know how the market's going to react to all of that. I just don't. So honestly, for me, it's probably it's best, I would think, to that we want to pretty much kind of err on the side of caution, right? We just want to make sure that we're being very, very cautious on the trades that we're taking, when we're taking them, and all of those type of things. So with that stated, like I said, life still goes on. So we got to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves. And that's just the way that it works. And with that stated, let's look in. We're going to jump into news right now. I'm just pulling something up on my screen. And as soon as I get that pulled up, we're going to jump into news. And we're going to go from there. Straight up. And the market opens in 1 minute. We'll run through news really quick. Excuse me. I'm just about done pulling up what I need to pull up real quick on my screen. All right, one more. Let's see here. And low is 981. All right. And boom. All right, y'all. All right, let's jump into news. Let's get there. All right, so news today is not too much going on. Today is Tuesday, and we had orange folder durable goods. I don't even think that pushed the market. We have, well, that's not even us. That's Canada. Other than that, we have nothing going on. We got a couple some FOMC speakers speaking. They really don't hold no weight. I mean, they could say something that could possibly push the market, but they don't really hold any weight. That's why most of the time you'll notice if it's not Powell, all the FOMC members, it's always yellow folder for them, not even orange. So it just proves that they don't really have no weight. But as I stated, they could push say something that pushes the market. So other than that, really nothing going on today as far as news here. But what is going on is, like I said, the news of what Trump stated. So I think he gave them until, 8 o'clock. I think he gave them 8 o'clock tonight or something like that. So, it's gonna let's see how the market is gonna react to that. So let's do this. Let me reset my chart. All right. You know what, y'all? I'm not even logged in. The market just opened 50 minutes ago. We have a target here. Actually, let me get logged in real quick. I didn't even get logged in. I'm working on, I got my funders, but I'm working on an eval right now. Some evals that's added to my funders. What's going on with TradeGheenyuz? Interesting. Okay. I said error failed. Anybody having issues with their TradeGheenyuz logging in? Failed the login operation has been canceled. Okay. Let's do this. Let's refresh. All right, and let's try to log back in again. Is anybody able to log in to their accounts? Because you can see what TradeGheenyuz is giving me. Control what you can control. Absolutely. Oh, good morning, cousin. I didn't even see you. What's up, cuz? Yeah, it's hard to listen to the news. I just don't agree with hurting people, and it's really hard to see. Yeah, man, it's a trip. It's a trip. Yeah, I'm trying to log into my accounts. Actually, it's not even letting me log in. 1 second. Let me try to log in on my other computer, y'all, and just see what's going on. Oh, T. Pruitt, you having issues too? If y'all try logging, if y'all having issues, let me know. I'm just gonna just log into my other computer right now. Let me see what's going on. All right, let's see. Let's see what we get over here. Well, as you can see, TradeEvade is not logging me in. I'm not logged in on anything else. Because sometimes if you can't be logged in on 2 tabs at the same time. So sometimes it'll kick you out. No, it's good. Okay, cool. Well, let me try logging in over here. Let's see what we get. Everybody else good? I logged in fine. Okay, cool. Let me try again. There we go. Be like that sometimes. It's computers. All right. I'm gonna run with, y'all see all these accounts I have. Oh, you can't see them because it's behind my head. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 7 My Funded Future accounts. 2 of those are evals. So I'm gonna lead with an eval today. Actually copy trading those. So thank goodness I was able to log in. It's like, man, what's going on there? All right, cool. Anybody in anything at the moment? Price is kind of stuck in between this reversal zone. Let me go back to the 1 minute. Yeah. All right, so let's see here. Do we have a London high? We have a London high. Okay, this is our London high. All right, so we're gonna go through and we're gonna do our bias this morning. I'm just setting up my copy trader. I was kind of rushing a little bit this morning. I was up early too. I got that workout in. That's what it was. I got the workout in, and man, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I feel good. But I got the workout in. Took me a good shower, and got ready. Ate a little something real quick, but I feel good. Yesterday I was feeling a little jet lag, so I actually did not work out yesterday because I was feeling a little jet lag from Sunday. But definitely today I got it in. I ain't gonna lie, I feel amazing. I feel really good. First day back, y'all. First day back since October last year. I mean, I was doing a little bit of something, but nothing major. I'm talking about like today I am like really physically fully back with my exercise, and I feel good. Really feels good. I did work my butt off. It did let me know that I've been out for a minute. Kind of a little weak. You know how it is when you getting back into the gym. You be a little weak, but other than that, no complaints. Close it out and refresh. Yeah. Good morning, Erica. Thanks for tapping in. All right, y'all. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and let's do this daily bias real quick. Let's just do this every morning just to stay on top of, get that repetition in, right? All right, so here we go. Remember, I'm on West Coast time. So this will be done just, if you're on Eastern time or if you're on Central time, just configure it for your time. So 5 p.m. Boom. Let's go ahead and do that. 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Mark that out. Then we're going to mark out, that's for Asia. Then we're going to mark out London, which is going to be 11 to 2. All right, now what are we doing? We're comparing these 2 zones. So what are we looking for? We're looking to see what did London do when it came to Asia. Did it take out Asia's high? Did it take out Asia's lows? Right? That's how we get our bias for today, every day. So in between that session, this is Asia's high right here, and this is Asia's low. All right, so we're looking to see what London did. So London did not take out Asia's low, but it did take out Asia's high because Asia's high is here. It did take out Asia's high. So with that stated, that means we're looking for the market. Our bias today would be bullish. And this is only for NQ. Y'all not only trade NQ. I don't know if this works for any other ticker. It only works for NQ. So we know we should be looking for price to be biased during the New York session. Once again, we marked out 5 and 9 for Asia, 11 and 2 for London. We're looking to see what London did when it comes. Did London take out Asia's high or Asia's low? It did not take out Asia's low. It took out Asia's high. You can see this is the London high in this time, within this time frame. This is the Asia high within this time frame. It took out Asia's high. London did. So we're looking for the market to be bullish. Now we're not married to our bias, but that's what we're looking for. So with that stated, let me go ahead and take these lines off because I don't need them anymore. But that's something that you should be doing every morning to give you an idea of what your bias will be for the day. And that's on the NQ. Now, as I stated, we're not married to the bias. It's just something that we're going to keep in the back of our head based on what we know price did overnight. So, boom, there we are. So y'all know my pink lines are my daily levels. One here, one there. I should have another one down low. Y'all know how to get those. If you don't know how to get those, just go to my, there's a video I have on my channel. It shows you how to get those levels. The blue are unmitigated. So we're going to sit back and just wait and see what we get. Let's wait and just see what we get. Let's see what price is going to do. It's stuck in this reversal zone right now, kind of stuck in between VWAP and 50. VWAP will be my yellow line. 50 will be my blue line. Congrats. Oh, thank you, Chrissy. Yeah. Y'all don't even know how good it feels to be able to really like work out. You know what I mean? Like seriously. I mean, my foot is good. I'm talking about some minor swelling, some minor swelling. But honestly, I was able to get it in. Real simple. I'm a calisthenics guy. Push-ups, pull-ups, dips, body weight squats. That's all I did today. I also do plyo and stuff like that, but not able to jump around right now. I like plyo. I do yoga. I'm not able to do yoga or plyo right now just because of my foot. Probably in another month or so, I'll be able to jump into my plyo and my yoga. But yeah, and I also do kempo. So it's karate. It's like a lot of karate movements and stuff like that. I do that as well. Very, very good for the body. But yeah, so right now, just waiting to see what price is going to do. Anybody in anything at the moment? Just curious. Anybody in anything? Oh, Jerome, what did he say? Oh, thanks for the rules. Got you. You're welcome, brother. You're welcome, my guy. If anybody needs the rules, just DM me. And I believe, I forgot who it was. Somebody put them out there. Please, can you explain your strategy for me? Today is my first day on this call. I'm actually waiting. There's a couple of strategies that I'm waiting for to happen. When it does, I'll show you. But yeah, nobody should be in anything at the moment. That's what's up, Taylor Pruitt. T. Pruitt said nothing yet. No, just sitting on my hands. Absolutely. No. That's what I want. That's why I always ask y'all. I ask y'all because one, it's the accountability thing. Two, I want you to hear yourself say it. You know what I mean? That's why I always ask you guys, different things. Not yet. That's what's up. Yeah, no one should be in anything at the moment. And everyone should be trading micros. No one should be trading minis. We talked about that. Yeah, entertainment, we're going to get into it. Usually, I like to wait till it sets up first, and then I explain to you exactly how it works. But yeah, right now, nobody should be in anything. I'm not looking for sales. 8% line is still way up here. And remember, this is 8% line for 2025. So we are still way below that. And the market could be very choppy because of, the major news we got going on, right? It's going to be pretty interesting, right? He's talking about obliterating their whole existence. Actually, let me read that to y'all. For the ones that didn't see it or anything like that. Let me read that. Let me read that to y'all. Let's see here. Um, where is it at? It's right here. I mean, it's really, really something, man. It's a trip. Like the way this guy worded that, I was like, wow, that's wow. I was just kind of just blown away at like the words that were used. I mean, like I said, I'm not here to point no fingers. I'm just like, geez, you know what I mean? Like, man, that's pretty extensive to just the way that the way the words were used. You know what I'm saying? Where was it? What are the coordinates for the reversal zones? Oh, bro, I got so many, brother. Um, I got reversal zones all the way up and all the way down into the 1600s. I mean, I can give you these right here. I'll just pull them up. They're the coordinates right there, right here. Yeah, I got a ton of them, bro. That's something that we'll probably have to do like on another call to be able to get all of them. But I can give you these two right here. There's that one. Just screenshot it, and then good morning, bro. How many contracts do you suggest on micros? No more than 5. No more than 5. Because then it allows you to take multiple TPs and stuff like that when you do that, and it's a lower leverage. It's only $2.50 per tick. And that's manageable. All right, and here's the reversal zone here's the coordinates for this one. Right there. And then you know what? As we go, Jerome, as we go and we get higher and whatnot, then we can start grabbing more and more reversal zones like that. Because I got tons, bro. Like I said, I got reversal zones from the 16,000s all the way up to the 26,000. So, but yeah, so let me go find that. It's really important. I want to read that to y'all for the ones that may not have, ones that may not have, heard it or read it or heard about it the way it was stated. Oh, you're welcome. No problem. Like, no problem. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm not down, but you can kind of tell in my voice, like I'm bothered by it. I'm not gonna even front. I'm bothered by it because at the end of the day, like, people are people, man, and people they're still human beings, I ain't gonna lie, man. And I do not like bringing any emotions to the charts. We always talk about that, no emotions. And I'm not in an emotional state. It's just what I read. It's kind of, it just had me down. When I get into my trading, of course, it won't be no emotions in my trades. I'm not going to be taking anything on impulse or anything like that. But it's just for the simple fact of, it's just like, geez, yo, like, man, like that's pretty rough. That's all I can say. It's really, really, really rough. Man, where is that at? Let me go find that. Where was that at? I know Juvier put some. Here we go, right here. I'm gonna read it to y'all. This is from the administration, from the president. This is how it's stated. It starts here. A whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. I don't want that to happen, but it probably will. However, now that we have complete and total regime change, where different, smarter, and less radicalized minds prevail, maybe something revolutionarily wonderful can happen. Who knows? We will find out tonight, one of the most important moments in the long and complex history of the world. 47 years of extortion, corruption, and death will finally end. God bless the great people of Iran. I don't know. Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about that. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand we got to protect America, right? But to me, that's a whole nother issue, right? We want to protect ourselves when someone's trying to invade us, hurt us, right? But yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one, y'all. I truly don't know about that one. Exactly. Exactly, Chrissy. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. When I read that, it had me. It had me a little down. I was just like, man, jeez. Like, just I mean, who knows? He could be bluffing or whatever. But I'm not trying to figure out what somebody trying to do. I just judge. I just not judge, but I just, how would I say? I rate you like how you are as a human being based on how you move, right? It's not really what people say, it's what people, what they do. Because people, sometimes we say things, but we do other things. It's really about how they move, right? It's like what they do. I know those are just words, but still, it's just like, that was very disheartening to read. Seriously, y'all, that was very disheartening. I was just like, wow. Now, if someone's trying to invade us and they trying to hurt us, of course we got to protect ourselves. I'm for that. But just the words used in there, I'm just like, geez, that's pretty deep, yo. That's serious. But yeah, so I guess we gonna step off that and let that be what it is. But Impress, good morning, good morning. Tell that to Regina, I killed 40,000 of their own. That's true. That's true. I mean, that's how they rock. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's not really like a political statement. It's just, when you read that, I'm just thinking about human beings, you know what I mean? So, because I know that there's a lot of messed up stuff that has happened in the country. Like I know I know of some Iranian women, and they told me how tough it is in their country. They told me how they don't have no rights, no nothing. Like I've heard some stories. So I know it's not cool over there, and I'm not making no excuse for them. I'm just saying, like, the words that are used, it's like, wow, yeah, for real. Oh yeah, Morbid Drifter, we definitely appreciate your service, my guy. Think allowed to say is what you see on TV isn't the same as what you see on the battle. I totally agree to that. I totally agree to that. I totally agree to that. I have family that was in, like my uncles was one of my uncles was in Vietnam. You know what I mean? So I understand, like, you know, it's it's definitely different what's being reported than what's on the battlefield, that's for sure. But yeah, London low is here. Actually, this would be the London low right here. Right here. So it looks like price might be coming to sweep that. We'll see. We do have a daily level down here, so this is a target. I'm not seeing sells. I'm really only seeing buys. I am not seeing sells at all. But we'll see. And honestly, today I was thinking it was going to be kind of more like yesterday. Yesterday was extremely choppy. That's why I didn't enter anything. I was like, I'm not getting anything. And then with the news reports and everything going on and how the market has been, I wasn't expecting too much to go on. So let me say this. This is really what I wanted to talk about. Since January 20th, since we've been in a war, the market has been all over the place. And remember, we have to change with the terrain, right? As traders, when the terrain changes, we have to change. And honestly, you should be taking less trade. You should notice, if you're following your rules and following your disciplines, you should have been taking less trades since January 20th. I've been taking an average of like 1 to 2 trades a week, when I'm usually taking an average of probably like 3 a week. So I'm 50% down, or a little more than that. So, and that's okay. But I'm saying, like, we should all be understanding. We should all understand that what's going on right now, it shouldn't be a lot of live trading. Now, if you're protecting your accounts, now if you just want to just jump in there and just do some and gamble, so to speak, then I guess you'll be taking a lot of trades. But no one should be taking a lot of trades right now. Even since I've been on the live, I started the live February 24th, and I haven't taken a lot of trades since then. But also because the market is something I was looking at. I was like, man, I haven't taken a lot of trades, and I'm like, the market. The market has been a little shaky. Also, what I can say is that I have seen the old guard. These is very bad. However, now that the old guard has been taken out, maybe there is hope. Possibly, bro. Possibly. But yeah, so as I stated, there should be a lot of demo trading going on, y'all. A lot. Like I said, not a lot of live trading. Not a lot of live trading. There should be a lot of demo trading going on. The market has been way too all over the place, very unpredictable. A tweet can come out and tank the market. make the market go bullish. 80 to 90% of the times, we're always going to be in a position that's the opposite of that. It's just what it is. Like, can't make this stuff up. So, yeah, we just gotta be patient right now. Got to be very, very patient. Can't rush the process. Got to be very, very patient. We all should be sitting on our hands. Just like Chrissy said, stay patient and disciplined right now. This is what this is about. Yeah, hopefully they do. Hopefully they do take this opportunity and hopefully to better themselves. I was going to start live trading this week with all the warnings from the coaches and the others experience. I think I'm going to, nah, man, hold off, bro. Hold off. Because think about it. What you coming into, it's like you jumping into a market, want a live trade that's really crappy. I would advise you to hold off. Yeah, hold off. Just keep back testing, keep demo trading. If y'all want to scratch the itch, just demo trade. That'll be the best thing to do. Just demo trade. Yep, demo trading is always very, very productive and never a waste. just as Chrissy stated. But yeah, I'm not expecting too much out of the market. Just like yesterday, y'all saw I didn't take anything. I was set up. I had my copy trader ready and stuff like that, but I didn't take anything. Just trying to err on the side of caution. Ain't no sense to rush into anything. Keep your account safe. Demo trade. Man, you ain't kidding. This market is insane. I tried to enter with the breakout strat, but the 930 candle being a doji, I had to exit the trade. Good thing I did. And today is better than, no trade today is better than a loss. Absolutely. Take your time. We don't have to rush this. Remember, this is our business, right? We got to make sure we're stepping up with discipline, with professionalism, with business acumen. We're not going to gamble within our business. You know what I mean? So that's just something just to keep in mind. We're not here to gamble with our business. We're here to, push our business forward, and we're here to generate income for our business. So just keep that in mind. Just had to take a deep breath, y'all. But it's a little trying times right now. I've never traded in a market like this. It's my first time in my trading career, so it's a new thing for me too. But one thing I do understand is this is a time to relax, to be patient. To be patient. Be patient. And I'm not expecting a lot out of the market. I'm just not expecting a lot out of the market right now. So we're gonna let that cook. Actually, you know what? Let me set up my nice at Terry. What Terry say? Sitting on my hands tonight. Made my consistency amount for the day. Demo trade for the rest. That's what's up, Terry. Good job. Good job. Will the market ever recover? Will it stay like this until the Middle East issue is resolved? I mean, as long as we're at war, you got to remember, anything that can affect our economy is always going to affect the market. So, as long as we're at war, the market is gonna be choppy like this. Like I said, it's the first time I've ever traded, with us being at war. The only thing that we were really dealing with last year was the tariff stuff, right? And that had a significant change on the market. Like, it had a significant impact on the market. Yes, it did. As soon as you talk about tariffs, market just started tanking. It was crazy. As many times we was in trades and tariff talk, a tweet went out, market tanked. Only one time I was in a trade in a sell last year where a tweet came out and the market tanked, and I was able to eat with it. So I was like, cool, one of the first times, but it's still volatile, very, very volatile. So I would say err on the side of caution, just demo trade. If I see a clean setup, I'll take it, but I don't know if I would hold it to my target. I probably would just take partials just to be safe. You know what I'm saying? Just because the market is just so unpredictable right now. But it will recover at some point. But it won't be during the wars, as long as the war is going on. It can't be. It can't be. This is the greatest time as a new trader. Courage the mindset of quick results into structured plans of action. Absolutely, Chrissy. Absolutely. I totally agree to that. I totally agree to that. Also, too, think about this. It's a tough market to trade right now, um, but it's also a good market to learn from, right? There's nothing negative about what's going on. I always find positive in the most adversarial situations. And the positive in this is a good time to do what? Exercise our discipline, right? This is a good time to build on your discipline. This is a good time to um, I totally agree to that, Soaker Insider. This is a good time to um, understand, what discipline is, understand what sitting on your hands is, understand what patience is, to be able to apply that to your trading game. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very important. Yep. Being as new as you, being as new as you, I don't think I would have done that. Absolutely. That is really cool. Well, you know what? It's all about the information, right? I think what we would have to say is that Terry read, Terry did some reading. He's like, I ain't gonna be like everybody else. I don't know if you guys are, read a lot of what's going on, not what's going on, but read a lot of the different things in the chat in the Edge Funded Discord. But what you will see is I see so many people talking about, man, what's going on with why is my profit target so high? I made 1,500 today, and I'm like, you went over consistency rule. You didn't read. Like, you got to read this stuff. Like, it's important. You have to read it. I know it's a lot of information there, but you have to read it. You got to read it. If you don't read what's going on, if you don't read the rules on these prop firms, I'm telling you, you're gonna hurt your accounts. That's all I can say. You have to read every word, and there's times you have to read that maybe 2 or 3 times. Like, seriously, you got to read it. You have to read it. You have to understand what's going on. You got to understand what's going on and how the rules work with these accounts. Everything, the payouts, everything. So you understand. If your profit target is one amount, you don't want to breach the consistency rule, and then now your profit target is higher. I mean, it's going to take you even a longer time to get to the payouts. And then you're going to be complaining. And then, see, that's how stuff starts, as far as like, oh, there's some people complain about, prop firms. Oh, this prop firm, this prop firm. But you didn't read the rules. You did not read the rules. You got to read the rules. I can't stress that more. Any prop firm that you purchase, you have to read the rules. I mean, just look at it this way. How can you purchase something and don't even read the rules to understand how it works? Come on, y'all. Ain't that crazy? Just think about it. That's crazy. You're spending your money on something to make more money, but you're not even reading the rules on how to do it. I just think that is just, that blows my mind. Every time I think about that, every time I see people, say those things in there, and I say those things in the chat, like, you gotta read. Like, just read it. It's like a one-time read. I mean, just read it. Read it. You get a 25K account, read everything on a 25K account. Read it. Don't like, don't skim it, don't skip over it. You got to read it, like, comprehend it, understand it. It's very, very, very important. Very important. Very important. Well, look like, was that hit? Did it hit that daily? I'm just opening up. Oh, look at that. It did not hit the daily. Wow. It's like one tick away. Look, y'all. Look. It's like not even one tick. It's let me see here. What's this? It's 993.50. Yeah, it's one tick away. One tick. Oh, somebody said something. Wow. Wow. What the heck was that? All right, so wow, that was crazy, little quick spike right there. Well, it's all about the learning curve, even at my age of 64. Hey, that's what's up. But the thing is, Terry, you're reading, though. You're understanding. You're reading. You know what I mean? Like, most people don't even read to even understand. It's like you paid for something. Don't you want to really, truly know how it works? Don't you want to really, truly understand the rules? I always say, like, you can't play the game if you don't know all the rules, right? How can you play the game effectively if you don't know the rules? In anything you're doing. So daily DS strategy is invalid now because daily level was hit. Like I said, I wasn't seeing sales. I mean, it hit sell side daily. And as far as a 15-minute banger, for the ones that take that, I think that's invalidated also because this 615 candle is bullish. Let me just check it. 230 open, closed. Yeah. So no 15-minute banger, no daily strat today. So those two strategies are pretty much done for the day. And I don't expect too much. As I stated, I expect price to be a little choppy. I really don't expect too much today. So with that stated, let's jump in. Let's get the mental muscle going, y'all. Let's get the mental muscle going. Let's get into question of the day. Let's sharpen that sword. Let's sharpen it up. All right. Question of the day today is, if this trade wins, can you repeat it tomorrow? If this trade wins, can you repeat it tomorrow? And remember, these are general questions, but they're for you to apply to yourself. So if you took a trade today and it won, or whatever day you took a trade and it won, can you repeat it tomorrow? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. If this trade wins, can you repeat it tomorrow? Really something good to think about. All right. So let's get on the talking points on that. If this trade wins, can you repeat it tomorrow? All right. So think about this. One good trade means nothing without repeatability, right? One good trade is nothing, right? Sure, I can repeat it tomorrow, the winning trade tomorrow, as long as the market gives it to me. I totally agree. There you go, Bodovan. Absolutely. Because think about it. We want to be robots, right? Everything is robotic. That's why, if you notice, we do the same thing every morning. We look at news, we plot out our bias, and be ready for the open, just so we know what we're dealing with. So we got everything laid on the table. We know what. Can you repeat the strategy? I didn't trade it, so it really wouldn't make any sense until I traded, Nico. But it was daily strat. It was invalid because it hit this daily level. So that trade is pretty much invalidated. Now someone could have took it short. I was looking for it to go long, and then the 15-minute banger, that one is invalidated also because we had a bullish candle here. We need all of these to be bearish in order for that to happen. But I won't get into the strategy until we trade it, because it doesn't make any sense to get into it if we're not trading it. So usually what I like to do is, if I trade it, then I do a trade breakdown on it, and then it gives a better understanding of what's going on. So you can see my limit orders, my stop loss, and then I can talk about that and then give you a clear understanding. But today, nothing hit. Yo, just hit my TP. You took sell. Nice. Nice. Kudos to you, brother. Kudos to you. All right. So, question of the day. One good trade means nothing without repeatability, right? So when we think about our trading, we always want, good morning, Serena. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate you. I got your message. I made sure I hit you back, and I let the community know that you will be gracing us with your presence very, very quickly. So, what we always want to make sure that we do is, good morning, Miss T and R3. What we always want to make sure that we do is, we always want to make sure that we are building a repetitive nature in our brain. We want to do the same things every day. When we show up on the charts, we want to do the same things. We go over news, plot out our bias, and wait for market open and price to do whatever it's going to do, and then we see what we get. Now, with that stated, if a trade wins today, can you repeat it tomorrow? Bodovan said yes, absolutely. So there's a couple of things that you have to ask yourself when you on that trade that won, that profitable trade, right? Did you follow your rules? Was it a structured trade? Did you trade without any emotions? Did you take a high probability setup? Did you not FOMO in? Those kinds of things. Those are all the things you want to make sure. You want to make sure you check all your boxes, right? No emotions, no FOMOing. If you missed the entry, no chasing the trades. you know, being one and done, those kinds of things. You want to make sure of those things. That's what's very, very important. And you want to do the same thing every day. Every day. So you want to create a habit of doing the same thing every day. I do the same thing every day. For the last 2 years, I've been doing the same thing. As far as when I show up on the charts, I've been doing the same thing. When I understood how to find my bias, I go over news first, find my bias, and then I wait for my strategies to set up. Now, that now has became, how would I say, it's just became like second nature. I don't even think. It's like I automatically know, go to news, do my bias. See, I do that with you guys. Usually before, I would have all of that stuff done, you know, prior to the market opening. When I say prior, like 6 o'clock, I have that stuff done. And I'm just waiting, and I'm just, you know, watching price action. But I wait to do it with you guys, so this way we all can build a repetitive nature together. So it's the idea of same thing every day, same thing every day, same thing every day. That's what's very, very important. You have to understand that building this repetitive nature is what is going to, you know, make you like a robot. Because think about it, that's all we're doing is the same thing every day. Nothing's changed. You don't want to be jumping all over the place doing different things. Create a schedule of what you do and how you do it when you step up on the charts, and do the same thing every day. That's how this works. There's no other like way to do it. And the reason why we want the repetitive nature is because we don't want to just be doing random things, right? Because if we're having like a random, how would I say, a random way we do things, like today we did news, we went over news and did our bias, but then tomorrow we don't go over our news, or we don't do our bias, just random. It's just not repetitive. That doesn't create confidence. And that's what we're doing. We're trying to make sure that we build confidence and discipline at the same time. Discipline is what? Doing the same things every day. You know what I'm saying? And also doing what you know is going to be most advantageous for your business. That's what we have to remember. That is what's important. There's nothing more important than that. So, and remember, we don't celebrate wins, we celebrate consistency. That's why it's very, very important to have this repetitive nature going. Remember, we're not profit oriented or profit driven. We are process driven. Remember, profits are the byproduct of what we do every day and show up on the charts. Excuse me. That is the byproduct. Profits are last. We're not even worrying about no profits. That's last. That's the very, very last thing on the list of boxes that we're checking. Because in order to get to profits, we have to have all those other things intact first. Discipline, patience, understanding our bias, news, making sure that we're keeping up on everything that's going on, anything that can affect our trading or affect our trades, making sure we have the right entry, our risk reward, you know, making sure we're not over leveraging. That's why I always state micros, trading micros, no minis. We're trading micros. Carl Rogers said, oh wait, let me go back. Let me read some of these comments. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else. I appreciate that. Sorry, I was answering the questions. You can repeat the strategy that makes the winning trade. Oh, it wasn't a strategy. The question of the day is just a question. It's just a thought. Like if this trade wins, meaning like your trade, whatever trade that you took, can you repeat it tomorrow? You know what I mean? So there was no, we didn't take a trade today. So there was no trade for me to explain, but this is just like how would I say? It's like a rhetorical question. It's a question just to get your mind going. So if you had a trade, like let's say if you traded yesterday or whatever, whenever you traded and you had a winning trade, can you repeat it tomorrow? And you should be able to if it was consistent. And that's what we're talking about on the for the question of the day. Terry, let's see here. Carl Rogers. Nico. I for one always try to learn something new every day, regardless of what it is. Keeps the brain young. Absolutely. Got to keep working that muscle. It's a muscle. It's like any other muscle. If you don't use it, it'll atrophy on you. Thank you for the vid about TPs and SLs. It really helped. I was so confused and almost switched to Ninja Trader. That's what's up, Carl. Yeah, man. It's think about it. If you switch to another platform, you're gonna be dealing with the same thing again. So it's always remember, it's not the platform, it's us. Like it's us. We have to take on that responsibility to, to learn it and understand it. That's all. So don't get frustrated if you're on a platform and you don't know how it works. Understand how it works first. And then you can say, you know what? I don't like it. I know how it works. I know how to use it. I just don't like it. I want to try something else. That's different. But don't just bounce don't bounce if you don't know how to use it. That'd be the best way I can state that. Learn how to use it first before you dip to another platform. But yeah, so going back to this question, you have to ask yourself, when you win a trade, Scalp almost convinced me to switch. Yeah, he's a Ninja Trader head, and you know what? Can't blame him. That's the first platform that he used, and that's the only one that he likes, and I understand it. Same thing with me. TradingView was the first one that I used. It's the one that I like. It doesn't mean Ninja Trader is not good. Let me make sure I make that clear. Doesn't mean Ninja Trader isn't good, because Ninja Trader is cool. It's just a little bit different. It's a little bit older, but it doesn't mean because it's older it's not good. Because Ninja Trader does have some. Think about it. Everything has pros and cons, no matter what it is. I am going to learn Ninja Trader. I've been slowly playing with it because I have the Apex copier, and that's through Ninja Trader 8, NT8. So I have Ninja Trader already. And the charts pop up. The trading charts pop up. When I log into my copier, they pop up. But what I do is I close out the trading charts and I just leave the copier up. So I already have the software. So I've been playing with it here and there, but I told myself I'm definitely going to learn how to use it just because it'll be good just to understand how to use another platform in the event of anything. Who knows? TradingView goes down. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. TradingView goes down. It's acting funny. I can always jump to Ninja Trader and still keep my trading game going. So I think it's advantageous for me to learn. So going back to our question of the day, if this trade wins, can you repeat it tomorrow? You should be able to repeat that trade tomorrow. Period. You should be able to repeat it tomorrow. Remember, one good trade means nothing without repeatability, right? It's just one trade. But if you're repeating the same thing every day, then it means something. It means a lot. Confidence, a whole bunch of things. You can never have too many tools. Very, very true. Trent, when using a stop order with multiple contracts, after setting the TP and SL and entering it, it gives the option to slide another TP or SL. Is that new contracts or using, it's the same ones. Once you're in the trade, it's the same ones. If you're in the trade, it's the same ones. You can only add contracts to your entry. Now, if you want to scale in, you can scale in. You'll just have to set another limit order to add those extra contracts. You can scale in if that's what you're asking. You can definitely scale in. So just keep that in mind. But that would be another limit order. Like it would be another, let's see here. It would be another limit. I bet another limit buy. Wait, limit. It would be another limit stop order, whether it's buy or sell. So, going back to our question of the day, you should be able to continue to do the same thing every day. And when your trade wins, ask yourself. This is you asking yourself. These questions are for ourselves individually. I'm stating the question, but these questions are for you to ask yourself. So you're sitting down, you win a trade, and you ask yourself, can I repeat this tomorrow? And then you don't just say yeah because the trade was profitable. You say yeah based on, did I follow my rules? Was this trade structured? Was it high probable? Did I enter at the right time? Was it structured? All of those different things, all the things that we talk about. If you can answer yes to all of those things, then absolutely you want to repeat that same thing tomorrow. And remember, we don't celebrate wins, we celebrate consistency. We want consistency. Consistency is what's going to get us profitable. Another loss today hit max drawdown practicing a demo account. Hey, there you go, bro. But as I said, Kaz, I don't think today was really a good day to trade. Yeah, we got a little bit of bearish action, but as you see, I'm staying out. I'm staying out. Rather just sit on my hands. I'd rather not take no trades because no trade is just good is just as good as a profitable trade. Believe that. So once again, ask yourself, if this trade happens, can I repeat it tomorrow? You should be able to say yes, as long as you followed all your rules and you checked all the boxes off. If you did that, that trade is repeatable. And once again, we don't celebrate wins, we celebrate consistency. So let's just keep that in mind. So with that stated, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and run into tip of the day. I mean, I'll jump back to the markets right now. As you can see, price came out this reversal zone, gave us some bearish action. I wasn't looking for sales. I was looking for buys based on my bias. It did take out the London low, which was here, but hey, it is what it is. I didn't mean to move that. Yeah, it is what it is. So sit on my hands. I go and do this. There we go. Do this, log out. No trades for me today. Have no problem not taking any trades. I am super disciplined and I'm very, very patient with my accounts. That's why I don't blow accounts, because of that reason. So with that stated, like I said, both of the strategies that I would have traded today, we got we had a sales set up, but I wasn't looking for sales, looking for buys. But it is what it is. No harm, no foul. I'm just looking, I'm like, wow. So price came all the way back down just about to here. This is from Sunday. Yep. All right, so if anybody made any money today, I'm glad you did. Make sure you log out of your accounts and do not go back into market. Be one and done. Do not give it back. Took HSS shorts, which lined up with DS shorts. Took the base hit, done for the day. Nice. Yeah, also too, the reason why I wouldn't have taken shorts, for me, I don't like to take entries inside of reversal zones. And this, if I had took the short, it would have been inside this reversal zone. And as I stated, I do not like taking entries inside of reversal zones. So for me, I wouldn't have taken it because my entry would have had to have been here, right here where the dotted line is. And I don't like taking entries inside reversal zones. It's one of my rules. Yep. All right, so let's go to tip of the day. Let's jump there and work this mental muscle. So tip of the day today is, the first move is often wrong. The second move is the real one. Let's talk about that. The first move is often wrong. The second move is the real one. Let's talk about that. What do you think that's talking about? What do you think that's talking about? Waiting for confirmation. Waiting for confirmation. We always need to wait for confirmation before we enter a trade. That's why the first move is often wrong. The second move is the real one, because the first move is not confirmation. The second one is the confirmation, right? So what could be confirmation? Market structure shift, liquidity grab. What we don't want to do is we don't want to chase the first impulse, right? We always want to be patient and wait for price to give us what it's going to give us. Liquidity trap, that's exactly what that would be. If the first move is, most of the time, it's a liquidity trap. So the second move, of course, is the real one, because what that's stating is you waited for confirmation. So you always want to wait for confirmation before you enter your trades. It's very, very important that you do that. Why? Because you don't want to get caught in a liquidity trap. You don't want to get caught, as you have maybe heard someone say, the falling knife, right? It's a falling knife. You got to be patient. You have to understand understand candlesticks, understand momentum. It's all in the candlesticks. If you got big candles, of course, that's you see some momentum, some volume there. You're seeing small candles, the volume's low. You know what I'm saying? So those are the things you want to factor in. Break of structure, change of character. Those are the things that you want to be factoring into if you're trying to figure out if the first move is real or if the first move is wrong, if it's not the right one. And also too, that's why I always encourage everyone to learn a strategy, because learning a strategy is going to keep you from having this issue, meaning taking the wrong move. Most of the time when someone takes the first move, they're not trading a strategy, because the strategy is what's going to keep you from making these kinds of mistakes. That's why I always say, learn a strategy, learn a proven strategy. Like from one of our coaches. If the coaches the coaches got strategies that they're trading, right? They're coached for a reason, because their trading game is pretty much impeccable. So if they have strategies, learn them. Learn them. That's how they've been eating. You don't need to try to go invent your own strategy. For what? Like, learn their strategy, backtest the strategy going back 3 years, demo trade it going 2 to 3 months in the present time, so you can understand and get the repetitive nature on how that strategy works. Because you're going to need the repetitive nature. You're not going to just be able to take their call outs and then just eat. Because then what that ends up happening is, what ends up happening is that you end up becoming a slave to the call out. You don't want to be a slave to the call out. Coaches don't give call outs just for you to just take the call out. They give you the call out as a, how would I say, as a confirmation that you're learning the strategy and you have back tested and demo traded to where you're like, okay, this is it. And when they give the call out, that's just to reaffirm what you should already be learning or have learned. If you're just in it to get call outs, I'm gonna tell you right now, your trading game ain't going far. Because then at the end of the day, what, you have to wait for them to call out a trade? What if they sick? What if they're not here? What if they move on to a whole nother platform? Anything could happen. They're human. What if they decide that they don't want to trade anymore? Or what if they take on some other kind of, they're done with trading and they take on some other kind of business endeavor in their life? Just keeping it real. There's no guarantee that they're going to be here tomorrow. So don't get caught. Don't be a slave to the call out. The call out is just to confirm your entry, but you should be learning the strategy. So when you get the call out, you're like, yep, that's exactly what I saw too. And then that gives you confidence. And it helps you understand, oh, okay, I'm learning the strategy correctly. I entered in the right spot. My stop loss is where it needs to be. You know what I mean? That's what the call out is for. A lot of times people think that they get in the communities and it's like, well, I'm just going to just do what they do. Okay. But that's not going to take you far. If you want to be a consistent, profitable trader, the idea is to become what? An independent trader. If you're a slave to the call out, you're a dependent trader. Just like that term, right? Don't give me fish, teach me how to fish. Right? It's the same, that's the same concept. If someone is just giving you fish all the time, then right, it's not going to never give you an inclination to go fish for yourself because someone's giving you a handout. But why would you want a handout when you want to do it for yourself? Because remember, you're not feeding you. The person that's giving you the fish or giving you the call outs, they're feeding you. You want to be able to feed yourself. Just think about that. I mean, that's just keeping it real. That's something that we all should be here to become independent, consistent, profitable traders. We'll never do that if we're just waiting for a call out all the time. That means we had no desire to learn the strategy. Now, don't get me wrong. As you're learning the strategy, it's okay to take a call out. I was taking call outs when I first started. I didn't know the strategy. I mean, when I say I didn't know it, I was still learning it. I didn't know it like I know it now. You know what I'm saying? Like I was learning it. I'm not gonna say I knew it. I knew of it. I was back testing it. I was demo trading it, but I didn't really know it. I was learning it, and I was taking call outs along the way. But hey, as I was back testing and demo trading and taking those call outs, I was understanding like, oh, that's how Ben, you Mr. Cologne, wow. He said, I'm a slave to this live. That's good. You're going to be a slave to the live because guess what? You're a slave to the information. You're learning. This live is designed to learn. Yep. Utilize those resources for growth, not maintenance. Ooh, Chrissy. Nice one. I love it. That's a good one. I got to put both that. I got to get you up there, Mr. Cologne. He said, I'm a slave to this live. Absolutely. Absolutely. As you should be. As you should be. Nothing wrong with that. You too, Chrissy. I like that one. Utilize resources for growth, not maintenance. That's what all the resources are there for. I love it. I love it. Yeah, man, let's get those likes up for me, please. Thank you, Badavan. I appreciate you. Let's get them likes up. But yeah, just remember, the call outs are cool, but the call outs are there to, how would I say, reaffirm what we're learning and what we're doing. I know when you're first learning, like for Morbid Drift, I know you're learning the HSS strategy. It doesn't mean you can't take a call out from Euphoria. Doesn't mean that. It means that as you're learning, you take the call out, but you're still learning too. The call out is going to help you if you're back testing and you're demo trading it and you're learning and you're really truly trying to learn the strategy. That's going to help. It's going to help you. And that's cool. But don't just be a slave to the call out where you put in no work. You put like nothing in when it comes to learning the strategy. You're not back testing it. You're not demo trading. You're just showing up on the charts and you're just looking for a call out. I mean, I always say that's a huge misconception in a lot of communities. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot. It's a huge misconception. It just doesn't work. You have to learn how to implement the strategy and make it work for you. Just like Serena said, take ownership of your trading journey. There it is. Take ownership of your trading journey. Period. You got to do that. It's very important. That's just so what? We can become consistent, profitable traders, and we won't need nobody. That's the idea. You don't want to need anyone. Now it's okay to have some trading buddies, and then you guys, bounce, did you take that? Did you see kind of like how you see me and Serena do that? I asked Serena, what you in, sir? What you see, Serena? Serena be like, I see this, I see that. Because we trade the same strategies. I think there's only one strategy that she trades that I don't trade, and that's HSS. I don't trade HSS. Not because there's anything wrong with it. I'm just not there yet. I haven't got my scalping brain there. As I've showed you guys, I have the chart, have it up on a chart, but like I have a chart for it, but I just been practicing. So you get back what you put in trading. What's up, Soy Sizzle? You get back what you put in trading. It also might take a few years to get anything back. Absolutely. Absolutely. Very true. Very, very true. Very, very true. It may take some time. Just to let y'all know, our coaches, I'm going to start with Juvier. Juvier took him, I think he said like 3 years to become profitable. Scalp God, same thing. Canary, same thing, about 3 years. So that lets you know what? They was doing a lot of losing. Hey, a lot of non-profitable trades, but they stuck to it. And stuck to it and kept working and kept working. Canary didn't become a beast because she was lazy. She became a beast because she put the work in. And right now she's reaping the fruits of that labor. She's a beast. Think about it. She didn't know nothing about trading when she started. She started in options first. Then she moved to crypto. You think when she moved to crypto, she was out there making call outs like that, killing the market like that? Nah. It was a lot of tough days. A lot of tough days. But that's the balance, right? All those tough days, all that putting in work, all of it being probably hard and difficult, mentally, draining. Guess what? Look at where she is now. Same thing with Juvier, same thing with Scalp God, same thing with Euphoria, same thing with Lazy. Lazy is another one. He put the work in. And I'm right there following them, still putting the work in. I'm only at my 2-year mark. That's why I told y'all I'm not comfortable with trading minis right now. I'm not comfortable with that. I know I'm not there. And I've been pretty consistent within my trading. I'm blessed on that note. It didn't take me 3 years, but also remember too, we have something that they didn't have. Juvier did not have a Juvier. Juvier did not have a Scalp God. Juvier did not have a Canary. And same thing for all the other coaches. Canary didn't have a Scalp, didn't have Juvier. Euphoria didn't have, you know what I'm saying? Like, think about that. We have something up on them. We have Juvier. We have Scalp God. We have Canary. We have Euphoria. We have Lazy. You have this live stream. You got Trend. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's more resources for us than there was for them. So if you think about it, our learning curve should be a lot smaller than theirs was. They learned the hard way. We're learning. Think about everything that we learned from them. We're learning from their mistakes. All the mistakes they made, all the, the heartache that they went through.
We're learning from that. So we're actually in a better position than they were when they first started trading. So we really just have to what? Take in the resources, understand them, study them, practice, which is back testing and demo trading, and boom. He said, are you still telling me I got 2 more years of losing trades? You know what? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. But I would say that regardless of how much resources you have and the work you put in, I still think it takes a good 2 to 3 years to start seeing your way. Like, I can honestly say I started seeing my way. Okay, let me say it this way. Last year, when I got all my bread back, it was a little bit different market last year. We're still coming out of Biden into Trump. Remember, Biden don't do no tweeting. He don't do no any of that, right? So there was nothing that he was really saying that was driving the market. And I'm not saying he's a better president. It has nothing to do with that. I'm just talking about the impact that these 2 individuals had on the market. Everyone know Biden ain't doing no tweeting. He ain't doing none of that. So with that stated, the market wasn't as volatile as it is now. Does that make one better than the other? I don't know. That's not even what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the market. So a lot of trades that we took, like I learned in a less volatile market. This is a much more volatile market. But if we can learn how to trade in this market and understand, get our disciplines down, you know what I'm saying, our patience and all of that stuff, it's going to make us great for any other market that comes after that, because I don't even really truly believe that there could be any other market more volatile than what we're seeing right now, unless we get another administration that does all this tweeting and all of that type stuff, right? That's yet to be seen. But I think this is a really, really tough market. When I go say I know it's a really, really tough market to trade in. And that is what I think we can use to strengthen our trading game and make us better traders. Right. Can't just watch the videos. You got to study them. That's very true. You watch the videos and then you go and implement it. I'm going to tell y'all a little secret. Some of you may already do this. Some lint floating around. Some of y'all may already do this. So something that I did when I learned. I had on one screen, I had whatever tutorial I was watching, whatever resource. On the other screen, I had my platform or whatever it is that I was doing that coincided with that. And then I would pause, do my little stuff on my screen, practice, and then go back and play, pause. That's how I was doing my learning, especially when it comes to stuff like platforms. When I was learning how to use TradingView, same thing. If I was learning how to implement a strategy, I have the strategy up and then I have my FX replay up and I was back testing, or I was using the replay feature on TradingView, just to get the reps in, to get the understanding in. That's pretty much what I was doing. And that helped me a lot, because that's a form of studying, right? But you have to study it. So going back to my initial point of the tip of the day, we always have to remember that the first move is often the wrong one. The second move is the real one. Meaning, once again, we're waiting for confirmation. That's why I stress strategies. Trade a strategy. Learn that strategy. Backtest that strategy. That repetition is what's going to make you really, really understand the strategy. When I was learning the strategies that I trade, it was tough because I wasn't getting the right entries. I wasn't getting the best fill. You know why I wasn't getting the best fill? Because I still had to learn how to implement the strategy. Even with the call out, it was still tough for me. Literally, with the call out. Y'all know Scalp is my coach and mentor. If no one knew that. Some of you know that. That's my coach and mentor. I've totally adapted took his whole style and made it mine. I didn't change anything. I trade all his strategies. I use pretty much the same rules. I don't trade after there's a time that he doesn't trade after. I don't trade after that time either. It is what it is. Yep. So with that stated, I do everything the way he did it. Absolutely, Chrissy. Absolutely. And I just try to be his little mini me of him. I still have a lot to go because there's something you can't teach. You can't teach experience, right? So that's something you can't teach. You got to show up every day to get the experience. You know, I'm at the point now where I know the strategies like the back of my hand. You know what I'm working on now? I'm working on trying to think how he thinks. That's what I'm working on now. He'll tell you that. I've told him that. He'll tell you that. You ask him. Ask him, hey man, what Trent? I know Trent trades all your strategies and he mimic your style and da 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 da. What does he do? He's working on trying to think like how I think. He's trying to see the market how I see the market. That's what I've been working on. And he knows me too. Like he knows like I don't really do a lot, say a lot, ask a lot of questions, but he knows like when he's doing stuff, he's saying things, he be on a live, I'm right there. I'm locking in on everything that he said. I'm still learning. I'm still learning because I'm trying to see the market how he sees the market. And that's only going to come from experience and constantly studying how he sees the market, things that he says, why he says those things, what he's looking for, why he's looking for those things. That's where I'm at now. I'm beyond the strategies. I know the strategies. He'll tell you. There's many times I'll call a strategy out. He didn't even see it. Not that I'm saying I'm better than him. That's not even what I'm saying because that's please. I'm nowhere even close to even being better than him. It's not even about that. It's just that he knows like, yeah, Trent, he pay attention. Yeah. That's time I'd be like, hey, bro, we have a this and that. He like, oh yeah. You know, we do have this, you know, this setting up or that possibly setting up. So, because I'm on it. But right now I'm trying to see the market, how he sees the market. That's what I'm learning right now. That's my learning curve on that is still like this, in my opinion. On the strategies, it's like this. Like the learning curve is closed. I know the strategies like the back of my hand. Now it's just understanding and trying to see the market, how he sees the market. My learning curve on that is still big. Still big. I'm still slowly closing that. That's a lot of work right there. And I know that's going to take a lot of work. Because once again, that's from an experience level. So which is going back to this, which is one of the reasons why I don't trade minis. He only trades minis. But guess what? He can. He trades minis on a 25K account and punishes it. I ain't there yet. I mean, nowhere near there. I told you, I don't even mess with no minis. I'm still micro gang. Because I understand where I am. I'm not there. Flora Aura. I'm late, family mercy. I hope everything is going cool, went cool, or everything is, is stable for you. But yeah, I'm glad that you're here. Glad that you're here. You ain't never late. As long as you show up, you're here. You ain't never late. Because remember, you can always go back and read go back and watch watch what you missed. So no big deal. Glad you're here, Flora, and I hope everything is okay with the family. But yeah, so I'm still learning that part with him. I'm still learning how to see the market, how he sees the market. That's going to come with time. And as I stated, he only trades minis. But guess what? He can do that. I'm telling you, he trades mini on 25K account and punishes it. Me, I ain't there yet. That's the experience side. Can't teach that. And guess what? I know I'm not there. And I have no problem with saying that I'm not there. I know I have more work to do to be able to do that. I'm just not there yet. And that's okay. That doesn't bother me at all. I'm still working. I'm still working to get there. I'm still working to get to the point to where I just run it up so much that the prop firm companies ban me. Like that's where he at with his game. Seriously. He runs it up so much that there's a couple of prop firms that have banned him. Not because he did anything wrong. Because he killing the game. You know what I mean? Period. That's how it happens. It's like that. I want to get to that point. That's what I'm doing. Watching Juvier strategies. I'm trying to build my charts, text and analytics exactly as used by him, back test the strats, and perfect my implementation by practicing. Absolutely, Karate 357. Absolutely. That's what you got to do. It's everyday grind with this, y'all. It's everyday grind. That's what I say. What I say. We show up on it. We show up on the live every day. Every day we show up on the live. What are we doing? We are sharpening that sword every day. Our trading sword. We're sharpening it up every day. Every day. It ain't never sharp enough. Seriously. That sword is never, ever will be sharp enough. When we're 5 years down the road, maybe it will be at that time. But I'm speaking, presently speaking, that sword ain't never sharp enough. Sharpen up enough. We got to continue to keep sharpening it up, sharpening it and sharpening it and sharpening it. That's the idea. And the analogy of that is what? Sharpening our skill, right? Our skill is never sharp enough. Not at this point. So, yes, sir. Weeping the enemies behind. LOL victory. Nice. Oh, of course, Flora. We want to make sure everybody is doing good in the community. Like we care. We care about this. And just like Karate 357 stated, like he understands the strategies, you know what I mean? But he's still what? He's still making sure that he's fine tuning those. Is it because they can't make money off him anymore? Pretty much. Or not really that. It's because he's milking them. I'm telling you, bro, he runs it up, bro. Seriously. He runs it up on them. And he don't think about it. He ain't using no bots, no none of that. It's all skill. But think about how long he's been trading. He got 10 years in trading, man. Maybe a little more than that. I know it's at least 10. At least. Come on, man. Think about we get 5-10 years in trading. Where are we going to be? We're going to be running it up too. Probably won't even be in prop firm accounts anymore. Probably just be on a live or be rocking a live account and still milking prop firms. Yeah, man. It's real. We ain't there yet. We still working to get there. Still working to get there. I'm telling you, bro, he be milking them. Trust me, I know what he does. He shares it with me. I know what he does. He milks it. Like he milks it. And he shares with me for motivation. And I understand that. Absolutely, man. I'm telling you. Kills it. That's what I'm working on. But he's not there because of knowing the strategy. He's there because of how he sees the market. The strategy is one thing, but it's how he sees the market. And he understands a lot of different things that I know it's there, but things I'm still learning to understand. So that's pretty much how that works. So Scott always got to keep that in mind. And I wanted to talk about that because this tip of the day kind of segues into understanding, is the first move wrong? Is the second move real? A lot of that has to do with your strategy and your back testing, because these are all the things that you're going to see. Because remember, when we're back testing on true historical data that has really, truly happened. That happened at that time. Even though it's in the past, it still happened. And the demo trading is just going to confirm the back testing, because the demo trading is forward testing. I stress this so much because that's truly where the win is. That's where the studying is, as well as breaking down how they trade, why they trading, why they only looking for this today, why they only looking for that today. Meaning, like, why they only looking for sales, why they only looking for buys. Like, these are the questions you should be asking yourself, and understanding why they see the market the way they see it. You can even ask that question if you're on a live call with them or whatever it is. If you have, you can access them, whatever it is. That's where I'm at. I'm trying to understand how he sees the market, because that's the next phase of my trading game. I know the strategies, all that stuff. That's neither here nor there. As I stated, it's understanding that side of it, and it's going to take a lot. It's going to take still more of experience to do that. So, anybody got any questions for me? Y'all let me know. Y'all got any questions for me? Any concerns? Something y'all want to talk about? Something y'all want to go over? We can jump back to the charts and see what the charts are doing. Not really too much of nothing. We had one move that was here, and that was about it. That almost came down to
This is the opening low of Sunday. Was it Sunday? Yeah, this is the opening low of Sunday, at the beginning of the week. So price pretty much almost came down and almost swept that, came close to it, and now it's reversing back up. Will it stay there? Who knows? My accounts are logged off, so no trade for me today. No trade for me today. No trade for me yesterday either. Nothing. Anybody got any questions? Y'all got any questions for me? Anything y'all need some understanding on? You got a question about anything? Let me scroll back up through the comments, make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, I had to reset my account. Moving forward, I have to think differently. Yeah, cause sometimes it's good to just to sit out, bro. Like with the news of what's going on, like I'm sitting. I mean, look at how the market's been. It's been super choppy. Yeah, it's some overnight movement going on. You know what I'm saying? But even then, like, look at all this. Look at this huge consolidation, just choppiness. Consolidation, little move. Consolidation, little move. Like, it's not a trending market. Look at that. A lot of sideways. You see a lot of sideways stuff. And we're on the 1 minute. That's where the most noise is. Let's jump to the 5, right? Let's do it like this. Let's jump to the 5, right? Some movement here. This was Sunday. You know what I'm saying? But that's overnight. Once again, if you look at our market, this was Thursday, Friday right here, even though I know the market closed early on Friday, right? Because of Good Friday. But look, it's a lot of sideways stuff going on. Yeah, we had a move here. This was Thursday. Some of us caught that. This would have been like one good trade, right? This would have been a good trade. But then look, there's really nothing. That's another what? This was Thursday. This is Friday. Now, it's not really too much going on. Depending on your strategy, not really too much going on. Market has not been really all that great. I mean, even here last week, we had some better trading days last week. I think I got in two trades last week, or 3 trades last week, and I think one was profitable, two of them were not profitable, but that's okay. I still ended the week off profitable. But I mean, just saying, it's not a lot going on. You see a lot of areas of consolidation, a lot of areas of ranging. Look at that, a lot of ranging. Look and see when price is moving between like here and here for 2 and 3 days. You know what I mean? Think about it. This is a couple of days. Look, prices kind of stayed in this little area. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Like, think about it. Prices just kind of staying in between the area. I mean, you can look at that and you can see that's not a trending market. Look at that. It's not a trending market. That's a ranging market. And I mean, you can do this over you can find a lot of areas like that, like even right here. Look, prices moving between there. Yeah, there's a couple of moves here and there. There are some moves here and there, but it's not very trendy. So you got to get in. You can get a trade in, one or two trades a week, and there it is. That's really all that's out there right now. I started where we at. Okay, I got a long ways to go. Thank you for the knowledge and wisdom and understanding. Absolutely, it's okay. We've all been there. Don't worry about it. I still got a ways to go. And I got 2 years in. I'm letting you know I still got a ways to go. I started journaling and putting it on paper, especially noting my emotions helps me regulate and hold myself accountable. I was able to sit on my hands all night and bring my accounts back up this AM. There you go. When it's time to reset my account, will the no drawdown rule continue with each reset? If it's the same account, yes. Because resetting it doesn't matter. If it's the same account, right? Because you purchased that same account at the time that you purchased it. Now, when you say reset your account, if you're resetting it, that's one thing. But if that account ever blows, then of course you would have to get another account, and then that account would have been purchased outside of that window. So you would lose the no max loss and the no daily loss. So
And it's not we don't say a no drawdown rule, just say a no max loss limit. That would be the best way for your psyche to remember. But yeah, as long as the account is still going and the account hasn't blown, the rules still apply. Just keep that in mind, Mike. But yeah, Steven, that's good, bro. That's really good. That's really, really good. Like it's good to understand how you're feeling when you're trading. That's why journaling is everything. And write it all down. Write your emotions down. Write this down. Write that down. Write everything that you're feeling. Everything that's going on. Write the price point that you entered. Write where your stop loss was. If you was not profitable, by how much? If you were profitable, by how much? If you were copy trading, how many accounts were you copy trading? All of those things, write everything down. You're just keeping a ledger of what happened that day. You can even put, in my journal, I even put, like, if there was news, I put there was red folder at 5:30. You know what I mean? News at this, or, PMI at that. Like, that's how I do it. Can I reset the account? Yeah, you can reset the account 3 times max. That is very true. After the third reset, then you would definitely lose the no max loss and all of that stuff. That's what's up. Thanks, Serena. Appreciate that. Absolutely. So journaling is, just make sure you're doing that. That's all I'm saying. Just make sure you're doing that and you're writing everything down. The time that you took the trade, all of that stuff. The time, the price point, how you was feeling, if there was any news that day. Like when you're journaling, just write down what went on that day, even if you did not take a trade. Yo, got to go check on a couple of things, my vending machines before the day starts. More for people. Had one good trade this morning in the pre-market. We'll be tapping in back again tomorrow. Tap again tomorrow's live. Have a good one at everybody. Hella Bands, that's what's up. Hella Band, you on the vending machines, huh? That's what's up, bro. I love it. Vending machine business is cash cow. It's a nice little hustle. That's what's up, bro. Thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. I think my main issues was I didn't want to blow an account, so I would miss setups. Now I don't think like that because with the strat I use now, I have preset stop loss and TP, which helps. Absolutely. You can't worry about blowing accounts. You're going to blow accounts. I'm going to tell you that right now. If you're new to trading, you're going to blow accounts. So just welcome that. You're going to blow a lot of accounts. It is what it is. Don't worry about blowing accounts. Worry about your process. That's what you focus on. Think about it. That's what you focus on. Focus on the process. Don't worry about the blown accounts. Don't worry about the amount of money you're going to make. Just focus on the process. And you're going to blow a lot of accounts. Anyone that's new on this call, you're going to blow accounts. Yep, you're going to blow accounts. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. You're going to blow accounts. It's just a part of the game. It doesn't mean that you suck as a trader. It's just a part of the game. And guess what? Everyone's going to go through that. We got 5 minutes before London closes. I have an alarm for that. If y'all see, it's 7:55, which London closed at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So that'll be 8 a.m. Eastern for me. So there it is. Anybody do their taxes? Anybody get their taxes done? I'm only asking because I got mine done yesterday. It's just crazy. And so I did put like this. Out of my taxes, I only had to pay $182, y'all. Yes. Thank goodness for my tax guy. I got a tax strategist. I don't have a CPA. I don't have a person that does taxes. I have a tax strategist. Yes. So, not yet. It hurts. Not yet. Yes. Focus on your rules and your setups. Absolutely, Morbid Drifter. See, bro, you see what a couple of weeks have done? A couple of weeks ago, Morbid Drifter, you weren't even talking like that. You weren't even saying, yep, I'm focused on my rules and my setups. You were talking, your whole conversation was totally different, which I'm pointing that out to say, bro, you're growing. You're growing, bro. You're growing. I'm saying this to you because you may not notice it or you may not see it, but I am telling you, you are growing. And you're growing in the best direction.
You're growing where you need to be growing, man. Straight up. You are growing. Bro, that's dope, bro. I love to see it. Right. Focusing on my rules and my setups. The heck with everything else. Don't even worry about nothing else. Just focus on those two things, because guess what? You are process driven. That's being process driven. My rules, my setups. That's process. That's not profit driven. You're not saying I'm focusing on how much money I can make. No, you didn't even mention no money. You said I'm focused on my rules and my setups. That is process driven. That's how you want to be. Process driven, not profit driven. Serena said not yet. T. Pruitt said not yet. Trusting the process, still paper trading, going on 4 months, taking my time. Yeah, D. Young, take your time. Take your time. Just think, the more you put the time in on demo trading, you're perfecting your skill. Just imagine where you're going to be when you finally live trade. That's all I got to say. Ooh, that's going to be scary. Scary good. Scary good. 1 second, y'all. Just plugging in my other laptop. But yeah, it's going to be scary good. Donna said, not yet. Then my tax got almost $5K back. LOL, having kids makes a difference. I told my wife we need more kids. LOL, she was like, nope. I usually do our business and personal tax, but this year I hired an accountant and he filed the extension. Gotcha. FYI, you do not need to have to you do not have to live trade just because you're on funded account. Taxes completed over a month ago. Nice. Not to sound like Nestle Snipes, but is there a way to avoid paying taxes legally? Of course, yeah. You gotta do some things. You gotta get. There you go. Serena knows. There it is, right there. There it is. Like, okay, Chrissy, have a good day. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you. Thanks for showing up, and thanks for also engaging. And I will definitely see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Have a good remainder of your day, Chrissy. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, LLC. One way to do it, having property, having like residential property will help, but you need a tax strategist. If you want to know how to leverage tax laws, I would advise anyone to get a tax strategist. CPAs are cool, but CPAs are not, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Don't misunderstand me. I'm saying if you really want to leverage tax laws, you have to get a tax strategist, because they're going to show you how to structure your businesses, what's going to be LLCs, S Corps, how many you need. There's so many ways that you can structure this thing and just get all kind of tax savings. But you need a tax strategist for that. CPAs, unfortunately, they can't do it. That's just not a part of what they do. I have a tax strategist. I had some of my LLCs set up, but he actually structured me a lot different. Like I have a LLC that holds all of my businesses. Then I have a LLC that does my management. I have an LLC that's like I have some structure. I got a bunch of stuff going on. I'm layered. Now I'm working on getting some commercial property, to where that's going to also bring me a whole bunch of other tax benefits as well. So it's about how it's structured. Your structure, and because the structure is what's needed to be able to tap into all the different tax laws, because the laws are there and it's legal. But you have to have certain things, because remember, each tax law has a provision and you have to meet that provision. And meeting that provision is whatever it states. You meet the provision, you can implement that tax law, and that's how you save money. That's how the rich stay rich. Period. When people hear about Donald Trump not paying taxes, he ain't doing nothing illegal. He got all those properties. He's using appreciation. He's using so many different things to be able to do that. So there it is. But that's what you need. If you really, when you get to the point to when you're making a certain amount of money, you go hire a tax strategist, go get a consultation. Sometimes they're free, sometimes they're paid. It doesn't even matter about it being free or paid. Just go get a consultation. If it costs you anything, pay for it. It's worth it. It's information. And then they will break it down to you how you need to structure yourself to be able to do that. Because at some point, you're not going to be, at some point, you're going to want to trade from an LLC, not from a personal account. Or excuse me, not from your personal account. Period. You're going to want to do that. So, just a little tidbit I was throwing out there. I just wanted to say, like, they work. They work because our biggest write-off came from depreciation and expense. Yeah. Telling you, depreciation kills it. I got you, Serena. I got you. Yeah, he's out here in California. Yep. That's what I got. That's my goal is to be and stay process driven and not profit driven. Psychologically and emotionally taxing and draining. Absolutely. What about a private trust? All of that. I have a trust as well. Yep. That's what a tax strategist does. He does all that. He does all that for you. Sets it all up for you. Because he's a tax, or he or she is a tax strategist. So they're gonna set up everything for you, and they're gonna tell you why they're setting it up, because they're gonna be using the way they structure everything to be able to tap into the different tax laws and meet those provisions. Mind your own business. Right. Mind your own business in a positive sense of that. I'm not a U.S. citizen, and I do have an LLC already. Absolutely. Once again, you have to get with a tax strategist for him to, for them to kind of break it down to you. But I know there's ways to do it. You just gotta. They know it. That's why. If you heard me say a tax strategist, I didn't say I had a CPA. I used to, and I had a tax guy. My country's restricted to get a RISE account. Got you. Bottom and got you. But yeah, a tax strategist is what you want. They're what you want. Now, they're going to cost you a little something, but guess what? You got to spend money to make money. That's just the way that it works. So you got to pay a little something, but they're going to make sure they keep all your expenses low and get you to where you're paying no taxes. That's the idea. The idea is to get you to where you're paying zero taxes, or close to zero as possible. Like I said, I'm paying $182. I ain't gonna lie. When he told me, I was like, oh. I felt like I was doing something wrong, even though I know I'm not. I was just like, wow. I ain't never had a $180 tax bill. But this is my first year using this guy too. He's been around. I've seen him. I just never used him, but man, a trust is more for minimizing taxes when transferring wealth, but they're key as well. Absolutely. It's just how it's structured. And there's so many ways to structure it. But yeah. So hopefully I will be able to use TEF and RISE accounts once I'm ready for live trading. Yeah. You just have to figure it out. You just have to do some research, Badavan, on how to do that. Maybe you may have to get a RISE account. I was gonna say in someone else's name, but I don't know how that would work either. So I'm not gonna even say that. Just scratch that I even said that. I was just kind of thinking ahead, but you just have to just figure it out. You have to just figure that part out, because I'm really, truly not sure. Yep. Trust is good too. Also remember, trust also keeps your assets protected. It's a lot of different things. Feeling like a legal bandit. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. When he told me that yesterday, I was like, I had to ask him. I was like, so how much I'm paying? He's like, yeah, like $180. I think it's $182. Huh? Okay. All right. And the thing is, I know he ain't doing nothing legal, because this dude has been around. His mom been in taxes for over 40 years. He's doing taxes, but they're tax strategists. They're different. And I paid him a nice little penny too. Yeah. So, just throwing this out there to y'all, just sharing the resource. It's not about that I paid 182 taxes. The fact that I want to point you guys in the right direction to make sure that you are maximizing everything that you're doing as well. Straight up. Absolutely. Non-grant or revoke. Yep. And there's so many ways. You got S Corps, you got C Corps. S Corps is kind of like where to go. You have a management company. Man, he got me so set up. It's dope. That's all I got to say. It's dope. He got me so set up. And I haven't even got that piece of commercial property yet. I'm still working on that right now as we speak. That's going to happen sometime this year.
If I'm being honest, if I am making that kind of money to even care about taxes, that means I did something right, which is my goal, to make enough where I even have to worry about. Exactly. Yep. Very true, Morbid Drifter. Yep. But um, I'm not in the, I'm never in the area now of getting money back. It is what it is. It's different for me now. I'm self-employed, so to speak, right? I don't have an employer. My employers are my business. You know what I'm saying? I'm employed through my businesses, but I'm saying, like, I don't have a at this point, I don't get a, I'm not W-2. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm not a W-2 employee. Now, pretty soon, when I get to the point to where I'm making a consistent 20 bands a month off of trading, like averaging $20,000 a month off of trading. When I get there, then I will implement my LLC into my trading, and I'll become a W-2 employee at that time, where I'll be getting a check, like working for a regular employer. I'm not there yet. That won't happen until that time. At least that's what my guy advised me to do. It's like, wait till you get to averaging this certain amount of money, and then we're going to set up payroll, the whole nine. So I'll be getting a check just like I'm working, like I have a regular employer, where they're going to take out my taxes. I have all my benefits and all my medical and everything going through the business. Like, it's going to be set up just like how someone works for McDonald's, or if they work for a Fortune 500 company, it's going to be set up like that. I'm not there yet. I have to get to a certain amount of money that I need to be averaging every month, and then I'll be able to do that. Yep, absolutely. But hey, I'm blessed. It's a blessing. But I wanted to share that with everyone. So just keep that in mind when you get to that point, because we're all going to get there. We're all going to get there. When you get to that point, he said, then you can hire me. When we get to that point, there it is. You know what you need. That's why I'm just sharing the information. We're all going to get there. When we get there, then you need to go to a tax strategist. You'll have the money to be able to afford it. It's not like it's crazy money. It's a nice little chunk, but it's going to make sense, and it's gonna all balance itself out. Straight up. Yeah, pretty much. And that's pretty much how I am. I'm really my own employee on all of my businesses right now. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much how it's set up. But there's ways, because my business is they're not really generating money per se, but there's ways that you still can get around that. You know what I mean? You can, a lot of people don't even understand, you can, and this is not financial advice, I'm just speaking my situation. What you can do is, like with my business, what I do is, anytime that I put money into the business, what I do is I take a stock certificate for that amount of money that I put into my business. So let's say if I go put 6 bands into my business account, right? I write up a stock certificate for that, $6,000. And I have that. So I have something that makes sense of what I'm doing with my business. So down the road, when the business starts making money, I'm going to have all these stock certificates of all this money that I put into the business, and I'll be able to reap that back legally. So just another little game, ain't financial advice, just telling you what I do. But there's so many ways around it legally that you can do. You just got to, once again, it's just like the prop firm accounts. You got to read the rules so you understand how to play the game. It's just that simple. And you can always play the game within the rules, no gray areas, no nothing, to where you keep yourself safe and you're not getting yourself caught up in no legal crap. And there it is. There it is. Y'all got anything for me? I just wanted to share that with y'all. Just kind of throw that out there about the taxes thing, because it's something that we're all going to be dealing with when we start getting to the real bread. I'm going to invest in gold, bullion when I hit that kind of money. Absolutely. Anybody got anything for me? Thank you, Serena. Appreciate that. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm telling you, it tripped me out. It's been on my mind since yesterday. Since when I drove off, I'm driving off. I'm like, $182. Okay, cool, dope. Like, I was thinking to myself, I'm about to cut that check right now. IRS, I'm about to cut that check right now. Like right now. Right now. But yeah. Y'all got anything for me? Let's jump back to the charts. As you can see, kind of rangy today. Oh, you're welcome, T. Pruitt. Anytime. I'm always willing to share the information because that's what's always going to make us stronger. And I know at some point we're all going to be there. Like I wasn't there 2 years ago. I'm there now. So I'm sharing it. I'm sharing that. You know what I mean? And 2 years from now, you guys will be where I'm at or possibly even further. So we already kind of know what we need to do. I'm just planting these seeds. That's all I'm doing. I'm just planting these seeds. So we understand how to move when that time comes, because I'm looking at it like everyone here that's on this call and shows up on these lives every day is here to change their life. And we ain't nobody quitting, right? We rock, we ride until the wheels fall off, and the doors too. Ain't nobody quitting, no matter how tough it gets, no matter how much our emotional side may tell us, man, I can't. Nah, we in it now. We gotta continue on. We gotta continue on. It's like we took this journey on foot, and we realized we were walking 100 miles. We realized like now it's going to be 500 miles. Do we quit after 100? Do we stop? Nah, man. I'm gonna pick you up and tell you, nah, come on, bro. We got 400 more miles to go. That's how I'm looking. That's what I'm here to pick you up and be like, nah, man, come on, put my arm around you. Be like, here, drink some water, man. Get your backpack on, bro. We got 400 more miles to walk. We ain't quitting. We here for the long haul. Seriously, we are not quitting. We in it now. Ain't no turning back. Ain't no turning back. That's my mindset, and that's the mindset that I have for all of us, and that's the mindset that I'm only thinking and believing everyone that shows up on this live has as well. We're continuing on, no matter where it is. And if we walk 400 and we got another 500 to go, guess what? Backpack again, get some more water, and we're going. We gonna get there. Like ain't no quitting. I ain't quitting. I ain't quit my job and do all of that and get here to where I'm at to quit. Ain't no turning back. I ain't jump on this live stream to quit. Nah. I feel like once we take something on, we got to stick with it. We got to stick with it. And I'm gonna share this tidbit with y'all before we get out of here. I want to share this tidbit with y'all. As far as the market, you can see ain't really nothing going on. Nothing here. Look at that. Nothing there. Nothing going on. Nothing going on. So if you haven't taken a trade, I would say just log out of your accounts, leave your charts up, so you can just understand what price action is doing. Leave your charts up, log out of your accounts. Yeah, God didn't bring me here to leave me. I'm in it to win it. Big, absolutely, absolutely, Serena. Couldn't be be much better said than that. God didn't bring me here to leave me. I'm in it to win it. Big, absolutely. And I keep forgetting. Tomorrow I will definitely have a background for that. So when I put y'all comments up, I said I was gonna do that. I'll have that up. I'll definitely have that up when I get done on the stream. I'm gonna fix that. But going back to something I had wanted to state. So, are you guys familiar with you're familiar with the company Instacart, right? This is something that I read. I just wanted to share it with y'all. And it brought the story that I'm gonna share with y'all. It brought like everything to the forefront for me. So I'm sure everyone is familiar with Instacart, right? That's a little company you call and they can do your grocery shopping for you. They got the shoppers, they go shop and they bring it to your house, deliver it, whatever. I'm sure everyone's familiar with Instacart. If you're not, Instacart is a company that is just like ordering Uber, ordering like, DoorDash or something like that. It's just for grocery shopping. All right. So I was reading on the guy, Indian gentleman from India. Check this out. This dude had 19 failed startups. 19 failed startups. Think about that. 19 failed startups. Instacart was his 20th startup. And guess what? He's a billionaire now. He's a billionaire now. And I read that story. Now,
Why? What's significant about that? What's very significant about that is that this dude didn't quit. He could have quit after 5. He could have quit after 10. He could have quit after 15 failed startups. He did not quit. He was determined to have a successful business and get to the bag. His 20th startup hit. He's a billionaire. Go do the research. Go to Yahoo Finance. Let's go to Yahoo Finance. Go to Yahoo Finance and type in Instacart. Like seriously, go to Yahoo Finance, type in Instacart. Imagine how he quit at 19. Exactly, Serena, that's my point. Like, dude did not quit. Instacart is worth, I don't know how many $1 billion. He's a billionaire now. And just imagine if he had 19 failed startups, what does that tell you? He wasn't making no bread. Just think about how many times he was raising money. Think about that. Think about that. We're in the same game, maybe not from a startup perspective. What's up, Kiara? You slept in for us? Hey, long as you're here, we doing good. Long as you're here. Long as you're here. Hey, sometimes you got to sleep in. It'd be like that sometime. But just like Serena said, just imagine if it was 19, his 19 startup, he quit then. Like, this guy was determined. And we're in the same game as far as context, right? We're in a game where we could quit after the first blown account, after the 10th blown account. I'm up to 200 and something blown accounts. Yeah, you heard me. I'm up to 200 and something blown accounts. Now, mind you, when I was blowing accounts, I was blowing 20 at a time because I was trading 20 at a time when I was rocking with Apex. But my point is, it's the whole point of what I'm saying is never, ever, ever give up. If you start something, just stick with it. Stick with it. And everyone that has became a millionaire, there's like 5% of millionaires that they just, God was on their side fully, because I don't believe in no luck, but God was on their side and they just was able to get through it without taking any bumps and bruises. But I would say 95% of millionaires that actually really truly like self-made millionaires, didn't inherit no money, parents didn't give them nothing like that. I'm talking about self-made. You know how many times they failed? You know how many times that they've had to get up and dust themselves off and keep going and not quit? You know how many times? Just think if they just quit. That's why I was like, quitting should never be in anyone's nature. I don't care how hard this gets, how hard you may think it gets, or how hard it may seem. Because remember, what's hard for you, someone else's story could be 10 times as more than what you've done. Think about that. Thomas Edison, another one, failed 1,000 times before making a light bulb. Good example. Like, the point is, like, don't quit. Like, we're in this. Just keep working at it. That's why I say every day, what are we doing? We are sharpening we're sharpening our training sword every day. Sharpening the skill every day. That's what we're in here doing every day. At some point, we will get there. We will get there. You just cannot quit. I'm just reading, y'all. Yeah, we did miss you, Kiara. My issue is I need to be successful. Now my wife may not let me keep getting accounts. If I was to keep blowing accounts, she would not support this endeavor. She is a results-oriented person. But you got to remember too, this is another thing too. I talk about this in the very first episode. Our spouses don't understand trading. They don't understand losing money is a part of the game, because that doesn't just to someone who doesn't understand trading, they don't understand that. So your spouses have to be supportive of you regardless of the situation. And if you don't want to continuously keep blowing accounts, then you got to put that work in. That's the best thing that I can say. You know what I mean? And
our spouses, they have to support us. Like I said, they're always going to be like, the blown accounts, the blown accounts, the blown. But when you start getting them payouts, yeah, they're going to forget all about those blown accounts. That's why you have to put in the work, but that's also why we need to make sure that our spouses are very supportive of this and understand that. He said, I always try to talk with her. Yeah, and sometimes they're not going to understand it. Our spouses are not going to understand how this game works, and that's okay. But they have to trust that what you're doing, we're going to get there. And you have to let them know that, we're going to get there. Like, I'm going to get there. I just need you to support me, wifey, husband, whoever, girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever. I just need you to support me. I don't need you to look at my blown accounts. It's not about the blown accounts. This is part of the game. See, blown accounts, because of that word blown account. Ooh, it sounds so ooh. It's not about any of that. It's a part of the game. It's like being in sports and expecting not to have an injury. If you're playing sports on a high level, you're going to have an injury. We just hope that it's not a career-ending injury. It comes with the game. And that's just a little analogy. It's the same thing with trading. You're going to blow accounts. You're going to blow a ton of accounts. It is what it is. But as long as you stay locked in on the process and you're really, truly putting in the work and you're not gambling, if you're gambling and you're blowing accounts, then yeah, that's a problem because you're never going to get to the point of getting payouts. But if you're actually putting in the work and you're blowing accounts, it's okay. You have a lot of resources around you. Everyone that's in both of these trading communities, whether you're in the inner circle or if you're in the edge funder, you have all the resources that you need. I don't care what no one says. I'm telling you. And there's no debate about that. That's a closed-end statement. You have all the resources that you need, period. Ain't nothing else to discuss about that. If you're not taking advantage of the resources, that will fall on you. As us being in these communities, no matter how much we spent to get in them, if it was the inner circle or whether you're in the edge funder, however many accounts you've purchased, whatever the case is, you have to take the responsibility and the ownership to understand that it's all on you. And if you put in the work, you're going to reap the rewards. But you have to put in the work, and you can't be crying and whining and complaining because that ain't going to do nothing but jog your memory and jog your path of where you need to be. You blow an account, suck it up. It's okay. It ain't the end of the world. Figure out what you did wrong. Next, move on. That's the attitude you have to have. Remember, the goal is to get there, the island of consistent profitability. That's not going to happen overnight. It ain't going to be some come to God moment where it's going to fall in your lap. No, you got to put in the work. You put in the work, it's going to happen. Period. Some shorter than others, some longer than others. It's okay. But you have to understand, not only do you have resources, you have other traders like what's going on in the comments. How we're all talking, and you hear other Trade Genius family members telling you things, sharing things. You're supposed to be taking all of that in. That's another resource outside of the resource that we have in the communities that we're in. Small wins, base hits, all of those things. Like, it's a plethora of resources around us. It should be no reason why none of us get to the point of winning. Period. There's really no excuse. There is absolutely no excuse. Now, it doesn't mean that we're not going to have shortcomings and we're not going to make mistakes. That's okay. We're not talking about shortcomings and mistakes. We're talking about not quitting, using all the resources around you, and understanding that you have everything you need to succeed. You have everything. Even if you don't see it, I'm telling you, you have everything you need to succeed. I'm not here, like when I tell y'all the Scout guy was my mentor, he'll tell you, like, I ain't asking him no whole bunch of questions. I wasn't in his DMing him every day. Hey, bro, how do you? Nah. He gave me the information and I applied it and I ran with it. First of all, I'm not a person to want to go to someone and ask them a million questions. When I ask questions, it's for clarity. It's for clarity. I'm not going to ask you questions of, hey man, how do you? No, I'm going to go understand how to do it or how to get it done. My question is going to be for clarity. Hey man, I went, I'm still not understanding how to do this one part. That's a clarity question. That's not a show me how to do everything question. We have too many resources around us. We have Google, we have YouTube. We have so many resources where we don't really have to ask anyone how to do anything. All we may ask is a clarity question. There's a difference. So just keep that in mind. We will win. You just got to put in the work, and there's all the resources around us that you need. Would you say, Nico, are there training videos? Yes, if you're an hedge funder, there's some training videos. If you're in a circle, there's even more resources in the inner circle, but they're there. Just go look to the left, look in the tabs on the left. There's a lot of educational resources there. And remember, training videos, go to Juvier's YouTube channel. What? It's a plethora of training videos there. Go to his channel. Show you how to do everything. Literally. Just go to his channel. Go to Juvier Gems. He got 2 of them. Just go to YouTube, put in a search bar, Juvier. He's going to pop up. Ton of training videos. You got to put in the work to watch them, though. Yeah, it's a lot of them, but guess what? I know this. This is what I know for. This is what I know for sure. Whoever this person is, it ain't no gender, it ain't no ethnicity, ain't no age, no none of that. You take 2 human beings. One of them watches all the videos, does all the studying, does everything, learning everything, demo trading. I'm talking about they doing everything. I guarantee they're gonna win. Versus you take the other human being who just, he or she learns a little bit. They do a little bit of something, but they're not really studying like they could. They're not overindulging into the resources. They're just, doing enough to get by. Guess what? You're only gonna just be able to get by. Remember, you're only gonna get out, what you put in. There are a ton of training videos, Nico. Literally. Like I said, just go to YouTube, go to Juvier's YouTube channel. I'm not even talking about what's in the Discords. Just go there. Ton of information. And it's free. All you gotta do is just watch it. Binge watch it. Tons of training videos on all kind of stuff. That's what I'm saying. The resources are there, so there's no excuse. We all should be winning. Now, like I said, there will be some learning curves we have to close. That's okay. Nothing's wrong with that. But the resources are there. And also in TEF, resources are there. In the inner circle, the resources are there. If you're in inner circle, you got both. You got inner circle and TEF. Exactly. We're going to win. It's designed for us to win. Our co-founders for TEF, inner circle, this was designed for us to lose. Designed for us to win. It's going to take some time, but you got to put in that work. Got to put in that work. No complaining, no whining. Seriously. And when stuff gets hard, that's when you dig in deeper. Seriously, when it gets tough, you dig in deeper. When you don't understand it, you keep seeking the information until you understand it. Be solution-oriented, not problem-oriented. Just keep that in mind. There's no reason why no one should be able to get there. Like I said, your journey may take you a little bit longer. That's okay. Depending on, I know everyone got jobs, we got families, but you gotta block out some time for yourself. That's the only way you're gonna change your life. You gotta block out some time. You gotta step out on faith too. That's the other thing too. Let's talk about that. You gotta step out on faith. I did when I quit my job. I'm gonna keep it real. It's not when I quit my job, I said, yep, I'm gonna do trading. No, I quit my job because I was done with that. Like I was done. That day when I went and turned in all my stuff, I was done. Here's all your stuff. Here's your laptop. Here's your RSI key. Here's all my credentials. I'm done. We want to have a meeting with you. I'm cool. I don't want no meeting. I don't need no closure. I got my closure on my drive up here. There you go. I don't need to talk to y'all about nothing. Just send me my last check. I'm good. I chunked the deuce and I kept it pushing. That's how I handled that. Straight up. I was on my own time at that moment. The reason why I did not take that meeting, because I would have been on their time. And that was the whole thing. I wanted to cut that. I cut that cord. I'm not on your time anymore. I'm on my time now. It's the decision I made. When I made the decision, I didn't know where I was going to go, but I stepped out on faith. I was like, I'm going to figure it out. I ain't whine. I ain't complain. I ain't walk around the house like, man, what am I going to do now? I never even thought that. I never thought, what am I going to do now? I thought, what's going to be the next thing? Because I'm about to do something. I just didn't know. I didn't know what it was. That's why I say, y'all ever hear me say trading found me? That's why I say that. Like, it found me. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, this looks pretty good. Okay. I even bounced through a couple of communities. I went to options. I didn't know. Options, futures. How would I know what's the best? I'm green. I don't know nothing. But something didn't speak to my personality in the two options communities. Did someone say go to futures? No one said go to futures. I was still stepping out on faith. I'm on YouTube, of course, looking for everything, trying to find everything about trading. Juvier pops up, and I'm here now. I stepped out on faith. Couldn't tell you that none of that was a plan. The only plan I had, there was one plan. I'm done working for someone else. I am out of the matrix. Have your stuff. Guess what? I don't need you to feed me anymore. Because think about it. Let's be real. And I had a job. I have a master's degree. I understand how jobs work. I'm not saying jobs are not good. I'm just giving you a concept. Understand what I'm saying. Whenever we work for someone, we're waiting for them to feed us. Think about it. Now, I know we got to show up and work, right? But we're still waiting. We're still someone else feeding us. We're going to do we're doing a job. We're working, but we're doing their job, right? It's our job, but we're doing their job. That's doing what? Pushing their business forward. And we get paid a portion. We get paid a portion of that, right? Okay. But if you really look at that whole picture, they're still feeding us, because guess what? You don't show up to work, you don't get paid. They go out of business, you don't get paid. They decide to lay off folks, and you get caught up in the layoff, in the cutbacks. You don't get paid. So guess what? You're not even in control of your own destiny. That was one of the reasons why I decided to step out. I'm like, well, heck, let me at least bet on me. I believe in me. So I bet on myself. And I'm here now. Yes, absolutely, Morbid Drifter. Absolutely, Serena. Absolutely, T. Pruitt. Yep. Man, you got to be able to step out. Just don't be afraid. And I'm saying that in the regard, I ain't saying go quit your job. I'm saying the whole step out nature and stepping out on faith is even in your trading. Like, step out on faith on your trading. Don't worry about all the other stuff. Don't worry about all the outside noise. Oh, I'm going to blow accounts, or man, forget all of that. Just put in the work. Just put in the work. Let your movement and what you do predict where you're going to be. That's what's important. All the other stuff don't even matter. Yeah, we're going to have spouses that ain't going to understand, like, oh, you're blowing accounts, this and that, that. Imagine if I was married, and I'm blowing 200 accounts. If I didn't have I'm not married, but if I had a wife and she wasn't really supportive, or even, not going to say supportive. Let's say she's super supportive, but she didn't even understand, right? Blowing 200 accounts, going in debt for all that money, that would have been a topic of discussion in my house. Let's just be honest. Like 30 bands. But guess what? I had to step out on faith. I had to still do what I believed in. And all I needed was just support, right? And there's times where our spouse is not going to understand what we're doing. But if that would have happened, if that was my scenario, she would be looking at me now like, oh, okay, I see. Right, exactly. That's why they have to trust the process, and they have to believe in you. Exactly. Faith is the key. Yep.
We have to believe that what we can do, that we can do this. But fate never meant easy. Fate is not intended for easy. Absolutely. It wasn't easy, y'all. Don't get me wrong, but you know what? I never really was like tripping. I never was walking around the house like, I'm telling you, I would blow the accounts. I'm being so honest with you. I would blow the accounts and I would go right back in there and go buy 20 more. It wouldn't even be 5 minutes later. Like, let's say I just blew the accounts. I'd be like, okay, start all over again. I would go right back, Apex, log in, start buying, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, get them 20 emails, be like, yep, got my 20 accounts, and start all over again. Now, I wouldn't trade that day. I would just be done for that day. I would shut it down and come back the next day. There's times where I bought 40 accounts in 1 week. Blew them in 1 week and bought 20 more. Yeah. I didn't give up, though. And the whole point of having this conversation, even going back to the beginning of the conversation when I talked about the CEO of Instacart, just imagine, if you have any doubts in your mind, go back to that story that I shared with you about the CEO of Instacart. 19 failed startups. If nothing can give you any kind of motivation, that should be able to do. That should be able to give you that kind of motivation. Because I'm being honest with you. There were times when I was like, dang. And I had to tell myself, Instacart dude. That's what I would say to myself, Instacart dude. And then you know what that would do? Perk me right back up. Like, man, come on, man. 19 failed startups, and on the 20th, he became a billionaire. Come on, man. That just shows if you just stick with it and you just keep believing and you put in the work, you'll get there. He didn't have 19 failed startups because he wasn't putting in the work. There's a lot of different things that happen with businesses, right? Could have been too early with the business. Maybe it was something that just wasn't good for the area that he was trying to implement it in. There's a lot of things that go in with that. But he finally found something that stuck. And the same thing with trading. We finally, you keep working at it, you're going to find something and it's going to stick. It's finally going to stick and you're going to see your way. And when you see your way, you just keep repeating that process. But it starts with building the foundation, showing up on the live streams, studying your resources, putting in your back testing, putting in your demo trading, understanding your psychology, reading books. I got books. I got the Candlestick. I got the one first book everyone should be reading, the Candlestick Bible. It's in my description. It's a free book. Everyone should have read that or be reading that. If you're not doing these things, then how are you going to win? That's the part of putting in the work. You got to want it. If you want it, you'll get it. Trust me, if you want it, you'll get it. Only thing that's stopping you is you. Just remember that. And don't be whining. Don't be whining. Don't be complaining. I'm not saying that any one of us is doing that. I'm just saying, we're just having a conversation. Don't be whining. Don't be complaining. Some don't go your way. Oh, well. Figure it out. Work through it. Remember, you are in the most control. You have more control than what you really, truly believe. No one has control over anything. You have the control. And also, too, it's another thing. Speaking about what Serena said about your breakthrough. Your breakthrough is right around the corner. You know what Scalp used to always tell me? And it sticks to me today. You know what your Scalp guy would always tell me? You are one trade away from changing your life. Think about that. You are one trade away from changing your life. If you put in the work, right? You busting your butt, you doing everything. I'm talking about you doing everything. You like going crazy on the back testing. You going crazy on the demo trading. You going crazy on all the resources. Like you in all the books, you reading, you studying. You're one trade away from changing your life. How do you know when that trade is? You don't know when it's going to come. That's why you got to keep putting in the work. Like Instacart dude. Did he think after 10, oh, this the 10th startup I'm about to hit? Nah. It took him 20. Think about how much work that was. Think about how many years that was. You think he did that in 1 year? That probably was 5. That's one thing I need to go research on how long that was. That had to have been at least 5 years, if not more. Because remember, when you have startups, you got to raise money, right? You got to raise money. It's a lot going on with that. So let's just keep that in mind. You're one trade away from changing your life. If you ever feel like you think you about to quit, shouldn't even be in your mind. Let me just say that. But if you ever feel like you think you're going to quit, just remember what I just said. Go back to Instacart, dude. Let that be your measuring stick, because it's mine with anything that I do. Seriously, it's not just trading. Anything. I always tell myself, man, Instacart dude. Like, man, suck it up. It's Instacart dude. 19 failed startups, 20 became a billionaire. Like, that's always my motivation. You got to find something to motivate you. That's the other thing too. Because think about it. Everyone around you might not even understand trading. Like, I have no traders in my family. None. I'm the only one. I got my cuz, she be jumping on. She trying to get in. You know what I'm saying? Now I ain't gonna say she's trying to get in. She's gonna get in. She's getting in. She's just getting her, dipping her toe in the water, getting her feet wet. But that's it. But I'm my only motivator. I don't need no one to motivate me. I'm motivating myself. If I have support, that's great. Don't get me wrong. But if I don't, I'm not even tripping either. I'm going to get there. I'm determined. And I'm saying all of this because I want you guys to have the same ideology. And I'm trying to, what we talk on these live streams is for me to breed this. I want to breed this nature that we all taking in. When we get off this live streams, I hope my voice be ringing in y'all head. Seriously. Like, damn, Trend, damn, I can hear, Trend. That's how I want to be. That's the whole point. And you got to understand that trading is not traditional. It's very untraditional. And when people hear trading and stock market, they automatically think of, oh, you could lose a lot of money doing that. Yeah, you could if you don't know what you're doing. If you don't protect your capital, yeah, you could. A lot of things can happen. But you got to be the one to motivate yourself if there's no other support around you. And like I said, always go back to Instacart, dude. That's why I shared that story. So I'm gonna leave it right there. And I hope everything that I stated switch something on in your brain if it wasn't already switched on, or at least gave you some understanding to where you know what you have to do and what you can do. And also to know the main thing is two things. You're in control. And the other thing is that you are one trade away from changing your life. Just keep that in mind. And we're going to leave it right there. You already know that voice be ringing. I hope so. Because I'm telling y'all, like, when I'm like having this conversation with y'all, I'm hearing myself talk too. So I always tell y'all, when I'm talking to y'all, I'm talking to myself too. Just know that. I ain't got it all figured out, but I know where I need to be. And what I don't have figured out, I'm figuring it out. But I say I'm 85, 90% of having things figured out. I'm still working on that 10 to 15%. So when I'm talking to y'all, I'm talking to myself too. Just always know that. But yeah, so we're gonna leave it right there. And Tuesday, if y'all made some bread today, you know what I'm saying? I hope you shut it down, left your charts up, logged out your accounts, then go back into the market and give it back. Other than that, had a great Tuesday. I love what we talked about today. I think that was very important to talk about the things we talked about, considering the way the market is, because honestly, it hasn't been that many trades, and I've noticed it. We haven't been taking that many trades. That's my new mantra, Instacart dude. Absolutely. Instacart dude. Just remember that. You can go look it up. Just go to Google Instacart, look at the story. I think his name is Mandia. He's an Indian guy. Go read the story. It's deep. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we're going to leave it right there. I appreciate everybody that jumped on the live today. As always, man, we always in here trying to build, get that trading psychology, rocking, getting it going, and understanding that we are way more in control of this thing that we have right in front of us than we may believe or may think or even seem. And
all we got to do is just keep grinding, and everything is going to fall in place. It's going to happen. Just keep grinding. So y'all have a blessed remainder of y'all day. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. For anyone that's new on the stream, please go ahead on and subscribe. That's all I ask. Just give me that free subscription and those free likes. That's all I ask. I'll take care of the rest. And we're going to look to jump in here tomorrow. Let's see what tonight holds, because I think that thing with what administration was talking about was like 8 o'clock or something like that. So everybody I'm sure going to be glued into what's going on news. So with all that said, y'all be good, man. Go into the rest of the day. Hopefully with what we talked about, let that play in your brain. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. If you got to go back to the stream, go back to the stream. And, if you go back to that one little part and just replay it again and just listen. But remember, y'all, we got this, man. We got this. We got this. So y'all have a blessed remainder of the day, like I said. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all as always. Shout out to the Edge Funder founders, Juvier, Scalp God. Without them, we would not be here. Always got to keep that in mind. Without them, we would not be here. And man, I definitely catch y'all tomorrow, Wednesday. Yay.